took like the best thing that ever happened to us, literally. And he didn't deserve that. Yeah, he didn't deserve that at all.
A family in mourning after their grandfather was killed trying to defend his neighborhood from burglars. Good evening and thanks so much for choosing KLBK News. I'm Terry Furman. We're hearing from family of 49-year-old Robert Dendy after he was fatally shot by a burglar this Saturday. Police have arrested two people, one a 14-year-old, the other 20-year-old Kai Baker, both charged with the murder of 49-year-old Robert Dendy. Our Emily Harrison joins us here in studio. Emily, they say Dendy was doing what he always did, protecting his friends and family.
His family says to everyone else he was Robert Dendy, but to them and friends and neighbors he was Pup-Up, the kind of guy who was a grandfather to anyone he crossed paths with, and making his loss even more difficult, knowing he went into danger for their sake.
I just started running. My grandma, she told me to stay with the kids, but I wasn't. That's like my whole world, so I started running.
Running to a back alley and discovering her grandfather had been shot.
I seen somebody trying to bring him back, giving him like CPR and stuff, and he just didn't come back.
Taylor Salazar was baking a cake with her grandparents when they saw two masked people walking toward her uncle's house, which was just down the street.
And my grandpa was like, there's people with masks on, and he's like going to make sure our boys were okay. That's really what he was doing. He didn't really care for anything. He was just making sure our boys were okay because it was my brother and my uncle. And so, and he's like, if anything happens, he's always there to make sure, because he takes care of this neighborhood.
Police say the suspects were attempting to break into Robert Dendy's neighbor's house, looking for drugs, guns, and cash inside. But instead, Dendy interrupted them.
He's like the only person, I knew I never needed anyone else because I had him. And so he took the life of us, literally, he took the life of us.
He broke the whole family.
Salazar says Dendy died her hero and knows he did it to protect his family.
He would, if it came down to it, I'm sure he would do it all again, because that was who he was, and we meant the world to him just as much as he meant the world to us.